Hello friends, how are you doing? And I hope you all are having a great and fun time, right? Let us discuss some NEET pattern exercise, like that is questions on the animal kingdom. You know, one of the favorite hot topics for the examiners, because this is a lengthy topic. We all know that. Okay, planaria. Now, planaria possesses a high capacity of, this is a very common question, but yes, very important. Metamorphosis, no. Regeneration, yes. Alternation of generation, no. Bioluminescence, no. So, regeneration. Planaria possesses a very high capacity. Okay, planaria possesses a very high capacity of regeneration. Right? And it can regenerate the part, it can regenerate the lost or diseased part, the lost or injured part. Right? By proliferation of new cells. By proliferation of new cells. So, planaria possesses a very high capacity of regeneration, and it can regenerate the lost or injured part by the proliferation of new cells. Now, the cells which proliferate, or from which the new tissue or the new organ is regenerated, is called as the neoblast cells. Right. The cells, right, the cells from which the lost organ or the injured tissue is replaced, from which the lost organ or the injured tissue is replaced, is called the neoblast cells. Okay. So, it is the neoblast cells which are proliferating at a very high rate, and from this they say that from even a part or diseased tissue, a part of the the whole of the organism can be regenerated. Planaria, we know, has a very high power of regeneration, has a very high power of regeneration. So, planaria possesses a very high capacity of regeneration, and this would be my answer for this question. Right? Moving on to the next question, Ferritima and its close relatives derive nourishment from. So, Ferritima species, example earthworm, they derive nourishment, right? These derive nourishment right. So, these will derive nourishment from the organic matter, right, from the organic matter the decayed falling leaves, right? The decaying fallen leaves, etc. Now these will take the nutrient, that is, these will take in the nutrition along with the soil, these substances along with the soil. These will take in the nutrients, in combination with the soil, right, in combination with the soil, right. So Ferritima example, earthworm, these derive nourishment from the organic matter, right, these derive nourishment from the organic matter, the decaying fallen leaves and all that, and they will derive the nutrition, okay, they will be taking in the nutrients in combination with the soil, decaying fallen leaves and soil, organic matter, right. So this will be the correct option for this question, right. Let's move on to the next question. In which of the following the genus name, its 2 characters and its phylum are not correctly matched, whereas the remaining 3 are correct? Pila, yes. Pila is actually an apple snail belonging to the phylum Mollusca, the soft bodied animals. You remember, with a calcareous shell, most of them, right? The body divisible into 3 parts: the head, the muscular foot and the visceral hump. Yes, the body absolutely is unsegmented. These are soft bodied animals, triploblastic animals. Yes, so what we will see, the pila is body segmented. Absolutely wrong. Mouth with radula, phylum Mollusca. Yes, phylum Mollusca. So we have to, this is the wrong option, we have to change this, while the other 3 are correct. Let us see. Asterior, spiny skin, water vascular system. Yes, when we talk about the water vascular system, we see it in 2 cases. One we will see it in the, you remember the sponges, the 3 types of the ascon, the leucon and all those, and one in the echinodermata we will see the water vascular, and in the water system, echinodermata, yes. Even in the poriferas we will see the water vascular system. The cycon, sponges, poriferans, pore bearing, yes, the canal system, once as I told you. The periplaneta, jointed appendages, and chitinous exoskeleton, and belonging to the arthropod. Arthro means jointed legs, appendages. Okay, let us come to the first option. It is our answer because this is not correct. So what we can write this is pila apple snail. So let me write in that frame. Okay, so pila apple snail belongs to the phylum Mollusca, belongs to the phylum Mollusca, which are soft bodied animals, soft bodied animals. Right. So the pila apple snail will belong to the phylum Mollusca, which are soft bodied animals. Also we will see that these animals are triploblastic. These animals are what? Triploblastic, unsegmented, unsegmented, and the body is covered with a calcareous shell, okay, and their body is covered with a calcareous shell, right. So, the apple snail belongs to the phylum Mollusca, soft bodied animals. These animals are triploblastic, unsegmented, and the body is covered with a calcareous shell. The entire body is divided into head. The entire body is divided into head, muscular foot, and the visceral hump. Muscular foot and visceral hump. Right. So, the pile apple snail belongs to the phylum Mollusca, soft bodied animals. These are triploblastic, unsegmented, and the body is covered with a calcareous shell. Also, we will see that the entire body is divided into head, the muscular foot, and the visceral hump. So, yes, body unsegmented, body segmented. This is the correct option in this case. I mean, the correct option in case of the answer question, but this is wrong one actually. Okay, so we move on. Right. Let us move to the next question. Compared to those of humans, the erythrocytes in frog are. The erythrocytes in frog are, right. Humans, that means it's talking about the mammals. How is the RBC in us? Erythrocytes are RBC. In us, we will see that it is biconcave disc shaped. Yes, I was looking. Biconcave disc shaped. And why this biconcave disc shape? Because there is the absence of nucleus over here. As absence, so whenever you're studying, do it with some interest. That will help you remember things in the long run. As absence of nucleus, right, isn't it? So if this is say the nucleus, I mean this is say the cell, if this is the cell and nucleus is there, okay. Now if you take out this nucleus, what will happen? It will be like this, isn't it? Because the nucleus is not there, so it will tend to get inside from both the sides, and this will create the biconcave disc shaped, right, the biconcave disc shaped, right. So that's what we said, that the biconcave disc shaped, absence of nucleus. However, there will be the presence of nucleus in some of the mammals, for example camels and llama However, presence of nucleus in RBC however, presence of nucleus in RBC of some mammals like camels, llama, etc. Okay. Now we will talk about that of the frog. We are talking about the frog. So what we will see here, that the RBC over here is disc shaped. Yes, this shape was here. Here we will see, that this is oval in shape, and along with being oval in shape, we will see, this is biconvex. Why biconvex? Because now first why it was this shape, because there was no nucleus. Now the nucleus has come, so it becomes convex from both the sides, so there will be the presence of nucleus in the RBCs of the frog. So compared to those of humans, the erythrocytes in frog are nucleated and with hemoglobin. Yes, even the hemoglobin is present in the RBCs over here. So this is the correct option. Understood? Okay. Moving on to the next question, which of the following have the highest number of species in nature? Okay, almost, if you divide the entire, the kingdom, the animal and the plant kingdom, we will see the animals have 70%. Okay, the animals contribute to about 70% among plants and animals together. Among plants and animals put together. So the animals contribute about 70% among the animals and plants to put together. Now among this 70% of the animals, again we will see that 70% is being occupied by the insects. Yes, the insects which you find in so much of abundance are really in abundance in the living world. So again, out of this 70% of animals are insects, class Insecta, you remember. Okay, so the correct option for this is insects. Okay, do not panic, go slow, things will be easy. I can see the rush on your face, but you have to go. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Which one of the following group of animals is bilaterally symmetrical? You can cut it exactly into two and triploblastic. Right. Coelentrates, cnidarians, are they triploblastic? Are they bilaterally symmetrical? Suppose you do not know, whether they are triploblastic or not. First of all, they are not triploblastic, they are diploblastic animals, okay, with two germ layers, and this is the body and these are the what, right? So if this is, for example, hydra, when we are talking about the coelentrate, the cnidarians, okay, now we see, we cannot cut this because of these tentacles and the body. You cannot cut it in exactly, into two halves. Most of the time, sometimes you may. Okay, so you will say that coelentrates will not be there. Ctenophorans again not there. Sponges, poriferans, again cycon and all that. You cannot do it. So the common option which will come otherwise is Asplomyndes roundworms. Yes, the roundworms are they can be bilaterally identically cut into two identical halves along a single plane and along a single line. passing to the center, and they are also triploblastic, that is 3 germ layers will be seen over here, right. Let us move to the next question now. Ascaris, absence of true coelom but the presence of metamerism. Presence of neither the true coelom nor the metamerism. Now Ascaris is an endoparasite of man which is found in the small intestine, right. Ascaris is an endoparasite, which is the 7th question we are into, of man, found in the small intestine. Okay, so Ascaris is an endoparasite of man which is found in the small intestine, and we will see that yes, the Ascaris between the visceral organs and the body wall, there will be a pseudocele. Okay, there will be space called the pseudocele which is present here. Now the Ascaris, yes, and this mostly affects the children as compared to men when we talk about this. So there is no presence of coelom nor metamerism, so the body is unsegmented. The body is mostly cylindrical, right, tapering at both the ends, tapering at both the ends, right. So the body is cylindrical, tapering at both the ends, and also it is unsegmented. Okay, the body is cylindrical, tapering at both ends, and also it is unsegmented, right. This is what when we are talking about this. So presence of neither true coelom nor the metamerism is the segmentation. This will be the correct option over here. Moving ahead further, what will we see? In which animal the dimorphic nucleus is found? Yes, amoeba, no, trypanosoma gambians, no, plasmodium vivax, no, and paramecium chordatum, yes, this is the correct option in this case. Now paramecium has a heterokaryotic nucleus, okay, it has a dimorphic nucleus. Paramecium has a dimorphic nucleus. One is a micronucleus and the other one is the macro, right, with different one involved in the what, the metabolism, as well as the involvement seen in the reproduction as well. Moving on to the next one, the radial symmetry is usually associated with. Now the radial symmetry, it will be usually associated with those animals which are cylindrical, cylindrical and tapered, like for example hydra, so their body can be cut into identical halves along the same axis, right, along. So radial symmetry is usually associated, okay, radial symmetry is usually associated with what? Radial symmetry is usually associated with cylindrical animals. So radial symmetry is usually associated with cylindrical animals where the body, this is the 9th question we are discussing, where the body is divisible into identical equal halves into identical equal halves into identical halves along same axis. Okay, for example, the body of the hydra, we know it, the body is cylindrical, right? The body of the hydra, okay, it is divisible. Okay, and thus hence the answer will be that yes, the body, the radial symmetry will be associated with the lower grade of organization. Okay, lower grade of organization. Coming on to the last question now. The simplest type of canal system in Porifera is it the Ascon type, the Leucon type, the Sycon type and the radial type? Yes. The simplest type of canal system in Porifera is definitely what what we will see right. So this is what the spongiocele or the paragastric cavity. These are what the flagellated collar cells, the flagellated collar cells, the ostium, then the osculum, right? And we know what will be the flow of water. The water will be moving inside from here, moving into this spongiocele of the paragastric cavity and moving out of the osculum. And hence we can say that yes, the simplest type of canal system in the Porifera is the Ascon type. Right. So friends, with this we have come to the end of this discussion. Okay, I hope this was quite interesting. Make things interesting, that will help you to learn. Okay, the time we meet again, a very goodbye from this side.